I've been thinking a lot lately about how it feels to finally be in the right place. Since landing here in Kyoto, there's been this persistent feeling of, exhaling, I guess. Like I've been holding my breath for a few years and only just noticed now that I was doing it. I came across a bit of a clunky word for this feeling recently. It's psychogeography. It sounds like something you'd need a degree to talk about, but I think it's quite simple. It's just the idea that the streets we walk and the buildings we live amongst deeply shape how we feel and act. And when I was living in London or Tokyo, I think I always felt a bit of that static in the air. I watched a talk by the author Will Self recently where he spoke about what he calls micro-worlds. And it's his idea that in a massive city like LA or Tokyo or London, we only really experience these tiny islands around the places where we live or work or the train stations that we frequent. We jump between these micro-worlds on trains or in buses, taxis, etc. and we never really see how they connect. The rest of the city just stays as a bit of a blur, usually seen through a window. I cycle a lot in Kyoto and it's a really nice way to experience the city, but today I decided to just leave the bike at home. I've found that when I'm on two wheels, I'm often so focused on the road and being safe that I cycle right past shops and shrines and things that make this city what it is. My plan was to head to a bookshop that I like and grab a new Japanese textbook, but I chose to walk a route that I've never taken before. I wanted to fill in the gaps of the map in my head. And of course, I ended up finding a lovely bookshop that I'd never noticed, a new bakery, and a tiny coffee shop where I sat and had a chat with the old master who runs the place. It felt like I was reclaiming the city from the idea of fragmented microworlds that Will Self talked about. I felt creatively supercharged since I arrived here as well. When you aren't constantly cluttered up with the noise and the high cost of just existing and paying your way in a massive city, your mind has more room to actually make things. And in a small city like this, you can actually afford to walk aimlessly and just see what you find. This topic of psychogeography is an interesting one, isn't it? That our happiness might not just be about our jobs or what's going through our heads, but about the physical geography that we're standing on. Maybe we aren't restless. Maybe the city or the place we're in is just speaking a different language than the one we speak, and sometimes that's literally and sometimes that's figuratively. I'm curious if you've ever felt that friction with the place, or that sudden relief of moving to a city or place that feels just right. It's a thought worth sitting with for a bit, I think. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you for noticing with me. If you'd like to join me on a sound walk of Kyoto and see another side of this city for yourself, then you can find all the information and book your walk over at kyotoinsound.com. And until next time.